Hey guys, okay, so welcome back to another video. I know I missed last week, but that's because I was feeling a little under the weather. My voice was like horrible, it was like this, so I decided not to do a video. I did try to make one, but I didn't. So that's why I missed last week, okay? I do hope you guys missed me, but I'm back this week, and we are going to be doing a tier list review of every single Power Ranger season. So, without further ado, let's get on into it. Okay, so to start things off, we're gonna go with the classic MMPR. Now, I would rate this S tier for just pure nostalgia, but to be honest, I'm gonna rate it a B tier, cause they use like so much Sentai footage, especially the early episodes. They did not care about what Sentai footage got in. That would not make sense. Like, I forget what episode number, but the episode with the Tickle Sneezer monster, yes, it took place in Trinity's dream. But if you look when they're like releasing all the things in the Megazord from Tickle Sneezer's bottle, there's just a random Japanese kid by the Megazord, and it's giant, and there's no explanation ever given. So that's why I rate this a B tier, not purely based on the episode, but stuff like that. And so the next one is MMPR, but season 2. I know I didn't bother to change it to say season 2, but it's season 2. Now I would rate this a little more because they did use more American footage, but they got rid of Jason, Zach, and Trini. So I would rate this about a B tier, but higher than the original. And number three is Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. Now I know it says that, but this is just overall season 3. Season 3 ranks pretty high for me. So, and then Alien Rangers, I love those guys. I wish they got longer screen time. Like, they got 10 episodes, and then the, 4 episodes they were in Zeo, I think. Which, that sucked for me. So, that's why they're being rated a low S tier. Like, all the other S tiers are going to be behind it. And on to Zeo. Okay, so Zeo, I'm currently actually rewatching Zeo. So, I would rate this an A tier. But the thing is, they went back to using so much Sentai footage. Now I can't hate them for that, because it's like they can, so they're gonna. But at the same time, it's like you're already doing all the recording. They do have a lot of American footage because they changed the storyline completely. Like, for starters, like these three, they're continuous storylines, but then this leads into this. So that's why I'm going to rate it an A tier, because they use Sentai footage like the same as MMPR season 1. I think this is season 1. Anyway, but they do have American footage, fighting footage in there. Next up is Turbo, which is going to be in just D tier, and I think you all know why. Justin! Sorry. But it's also because they got rid of the original 4. And I've learned from behind the scenes that a horrible thing happened. That they weren't even, given the option. They were like, oh, these guys are old now. We gotta get new people in. Teenagers, you know? And so they were just kicked off. And I think that's really unfair. So it's gonna be in D tier. In fact, F tier. No, I actually do enjoy Turbo sometimes. But mainly Blue Centurion and Alpha 6, so that's why it's being D tier. Like, if it was just Blue Centurion and Alpha 6, all the way up to S tier, but, so Power Rangers in Space. Power Rangers in Space, I don't think I need any explanation to put it in, there we go, in the, oh gosh, that was a voice crack, to put it in the S tier, all the way at the top. Because, well, it's Power Rangers in Space. If you've never watched Power Rangers before and you're just here watching it, I would recommend watching In Space. It's amazing. It's a masterpiece, dude. Like, mwah, like chef's kiss. Like, that is wonderful. Like, number one. Like, this is masterpiece. Like, it's so good. Such good storytelling, such good character development, such a good ending. And then next one up is one of my lowest tier, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Now, before I rewatched it most recently, I would have rated this F tier. But then I realized I really only disliked the first half with the Phantom Ranger. Once Mike comes back, it's really more of a B tier for me. Like, it's really more of a B tier for me. But because of the first half, it's gonna be a C tier. And then Lightspeed Rescue. This one is complicated because it's not like this or Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, where I like the first half and not the second half. I like some episodes and not others. Most least favorite one is probably the one where Dana just randomly decides that she wants to be like this pop star diva, but like her entire character from before is like this girl who's like all powerful, all smart and stuff. So it doesn't really make sense. I wouldn't rate it F tier. I haven't had any F tiers yet, by the way. But I wouldn't rate it S tier either. So it's probably gonna go right alongside Lost Galaxy. And on to Power Rangers Time Force, which again, masterpiece. But the one thing I don't like is the way they handle Jen's relationship with Eric. No, not Eric. What's the guy's name from the future who looks like Wes? Alex. I don't like how they handled his relationship with Alex. Or her relationship. Because they don't do a good job. Like, it's just randomly Jen decides that she likes Wes more than Alex, and then he dies, and then he comes back to life with no explanation. So just for that, it's gonna go high B tier. And on to Power Rangers Wild Force. This one, it's the last season produced by Saban before Disney bought it. So it's kind of like, well, Disney bought it in like the middle of filming, so it's kind of like meh. Most of the Disney seasons are really good. Wild Force, though, in my opinion, had great storytelling, great Zords. The only thing I don't like is Princess Shayla. And the reason for that is she is just too much, like too much to handle, okay? I can't even get into it. Anyway, on to Ninja Storm, one of my personal favorites. Even though I just said Disney Era made okay seasons, those are after the next three, including Ninja Storm. Probably would rate this a high A tier. Can I get to right there? Come on. There we go. I would rate it right there because, well, it deserves to be there, okay? It has great storytelling. I love all the characters. I love how they're all good at different things. Like, there's just one episode that, like, only focuses on that, and I love that. Like, one's good at BMX biking, one's good at surfing, one's good at roller skates, skateboard. And then two of them are good at BMX bikes as well. But yeah, it's really cool. And then Dino Thunder, gotta rate this high, dude, because they brought back the man, the myth, the legend, Jason David Frank, baby. So gotta rate it at least there. I wouldn't say it's worse than Wild Force, but I wouldn't say it's better than Zeo. And the reason I say that is because of Cassidy and a little bit of Daniel. I think that's his name. Anyway, so they're like this, like they're supposed to like represent Bulk and Skolas, and they're the comedic duo, but they don't really give off that vibe. They just give off the vibe of they're just brain dumb stupid. like Bulk and Skull's comedy was just like eventually they got past the whole them being brain dumb stupid, and like their comedy was actually funny. But this one, and then at the end, she just turns into a nice person after learning their identities of the Power Rangers. Like, that makes no sense at all. Like, you didn't even like the characters as they were, except Ethan, which you went on a couple dates with, which is kind of weird, but okay. Anyway, on to SPD. In my opinion, the last good season. Wait, no, I don't want to say that, because there's one other one I like. But anyway, SPD is kind of a mixed for me because I like it a lot. I love Doggy Kruger. I love Jack. I love Sky. I know I'm saying I love them, but I can't remember their names. But then it's just, then you just have, I can't even remember her name. The Pink Ranger. They just have her, which kind of wants me to put it right next to Zeo or Turbo, cause like, you know what, low C tier, okay. Anyway, on to Mystic Force, which in my opinion is absolute garbage. So, no explanation needed for why it goes right there. Personally. It's really hated by the community as well, so I think you guys will agree. Operation Overdrive, now most people, they would put it right down here, but for me, I'd put it here. And it's based on the fact that so many people dislike it, that it's like, it's so much better when they list stupid things that aren't true, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is actually good. Because they lower your expectations, and then those expectations are blasted out the window. So you're like, oh, it's so good. So that's what happened for me. Like, I first watched Atop the Fourth Wall's History of Power Rangers. I was like, holy crap, this thing sucks. I want to watch it, though. So I went and watched it, and I was like, holy crap, this is so good. And, like, the team-up episode, it's good. It's also good because I'm a kid, and he's an adult, which I've made a whole nother video talking about that guy. But anyway, on to Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Now, Jungle Fury is like if this was Morphers, they go down here, to be honest. Like, Sunglasses Morphers, like, they learned their lesson with RJ and Dominic. Like, they gave them their Sentai Morphers, but they were like, oh, what's hip and cool? Sunglasses. We should make them Sunglass Morphers. But it's like, just do better storytelling, man. So that's why they're gonna be C tier. I'm realizing how hard it is to rank these after you get a big pile of them. Like, that's so hard. Anyway, on to RPM, which, no explanation needed. It's low S tier because it's not better than End Space. It's actually, it's better than season 3 of MMPL. Because you want to know why it's so good, and it's so funny that this is the reason. Because they let the creative team just go wild. Like, Disney was like, okay, we're going to end Power Rangers here. So creative team, just go wild. And so they made an apocalyptic one where it's really more for like that high, like the preteens. It's really more focused towards preteens. And I love that because I first watched it as a preteen, so it was awesome. Anyway, on to the next one, Power Rangers Samurai. Which, there's a lot of things I could say about this, but then this would be rated not for kids. So I'm not gonna. It's just gonna go there. It's just gonna sit right there. Just sit right there. But something I will say is, they took the script of Shinkenger, which is the Japanese version, and they put it into Google Translate, translated it to English, changed the names, and then boom. There you have it. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Anyway, on to Super Samurai, which in my opinion is a little better, just based on Lauren. Oh, I forgot to mention, those 2 seasons, They brought back Bulk, but they couldn't get Skull back, so they brought back his son, Spike. I say brought back. He's never been in a season before, so he was there. It was kind of like the reason that they didn't boost them up is because they're just their own storyline. Like, they never interact with the Rangers except the occasional time when they interact with Mia. But besides that, it's nothing. But they were trying to bring back like MMPR feelings, but in MMPR they interacted like every episode. I mean, towards the end, now that I think about it, like during Zeo, they didn't interact every episode because they were detectives, but they had jobs, so it makes sense. But in Super Samurai and Samurai, they don't have. It doesn't look like Bulk has a job. He's just training his nephew pretty much to be a samurai ranger, which makes no sense. But they for some reason decided to do it. So yeah. Anyway, next is Megaforce, which is doo-doo garbage. You deserve to be an F tier. You deserve to be the only F tier. And enough said. And you know what the strangest thing is? Your guys' mind is about to be blown. I know, right? Like, Megaforce is all the way down there in F tier. I hope it's our only F tier. And Super Megaforce is just so good. And the reason it's so good is because, guys, don't compare it to Gokaiger. If you compare it to Gokaiger, it ruins it for you. Don't compare it. Just watch it as a Power Rangers season. Don't compare it to anything, because they can't live up to that. They can't. You can't ask them to make a better season, because they tried to, and they couldn't. Not even the people who made Gokaiger could. That's how you know Power Rangers can't recreate that. So stop, expecting them to. Just stop. But anyway, on to Dino Charge. These ones, they're okay, I guess. Probably be there. Actually, no. There. Yeah. That's about where I'd rank them. Yeah. It's really just because, they did the Lost Dad storyline, which was an interesting choice, but it didn't work out very well in their favor, so they wrapped it up pretty quick in Dino Supercharge. Don't worry. But anyway, on to the one probably not a lot of you know about, Power Rangers Hyperforce. Now, to give a quick backstory to Power Rangers Hyperforce, basically Saban was like, okay, we need to reach the teenage audience. How do we do that? Oh, I know. We can make a Twitch RPG show. I don't think it worked because they've never done one since, but it was really cool. Now, me personally, I've never been able to get into that stuff, so I've not watched it yet. So I don't think my rating is fair enough for you guys to decide, oh, okay, it's not worth watching. So definitely go and watch it, at least the first episode. If you're interested, I don't care. And by the way, I didn't mean to put this in F tier. I'd say, just based on what I've heard about the characters and stuff, it's probably going to be above Lightspeed Rescue. Wait, why is Lost Galaxy? No. You deserve to be in low C tier, okay? Low C tier. Holy crap. Alright, on to Dino Supercharge. Back to the mainstream universe. This ironic thing is not actually in the main universe. But anyway, this is better. Sorry, voice crack. This is better than Dino Charge, but not better than SPD. So that's where it's going to be. And it's really just, it felt very rushed. Not in the sense of they rushed to film it, but is in the sense that they rushed the storyline. that season was pretty much just wrapping up loose ends. And then there was that Lord Arcanon story. That was like 4 episodes. And then they just never to be seen again. We don't know what happened to him. Unless you include the comics, which I don't. I think they take place in a different universe. But anyway, on to Ninja Steel. Which a lot of people, they'd probably put it right next to Megaforce. But me personally, I rate it low B. Love the characters. Love the story. But I was reminded of something yesterday. Something very, very important that puts it in the low tier. They did the Lost Dad storyline again. So, it'll be in high C tier. And that's why. Now, Super Ninja Steel, they wrapped up the Lost Dad storyline. So, it's gone right back to its place. Probably better. Nope, better. Probably better. So yeah. That's that ranking. And on to Power Rangers Beast Morphers, which is Season 1 and Season 2. Because I couldn't bother to get both of them in. So I would probably put these at a solid low A tier. Not as a bad thing, but really more as a comparison to the others. I know it said not to compare them, but comparison. They're really good. I love the characters. Steel holding strong, Beast Bots holding strong. Really carried that season. Way to go, guys. And then on to Dino Fury, which is the second most recent one. It's both seasons, by the way. Probably would put it above Beast Morphers, right next to it. It's Hasbro Brothers. I don't know why it says Saban. It's made by Hasbro. I guess like the first season was a collab between them, but then the second season was just Hasbro, so they removed Saban. And on to the most recent one, and the most heartbreaking one, is Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Goes last year. This great storyline, great characters. Brought back Billy as a main character, and we finally got the Dark Ranger. Holy crap! We saw Eltar, which I don't think we've ever actually seen. Like they kept bringing it up in MMPR, in Zeo and Turbo and in Space, but we never saw it. So we finally got to see it, and Lord Zed kind of conquers it. I think the Rangers blow it up, but that's fine, because Zordon's dead, or is he? I don't want to do too many spoilers. If you have seen Cosmic Fury, make sure to go check out my Cosmic Fury video, because I made one of those literally the day it launched. I think I might have been the first person, because I woke up at 3 a.m. when it launched and watched it. And then immediately after, crying for 10 minutes, I made a video. So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because I might do more tier lists in the futures, and if you guys enjoy it. And anyway, this is my final ranking. I think they're all deserved, except actually looking back at it, SPD, you deserve a higher ranking. You deserve to be above those, not above NPR. You deserve a higher ranking. So that's my full ranking. I would love to see your guys' full ranking. I do have an Instagram, by the way, so if you want to, you can go follow me on Instagram. You can also tag me on Instagram showing me your rankings. This is a public tier list, so if you look up all Power Rangers seasons on, what website is this? On tiermaker.com, you will find this tier list, and you can rank your own. And then you can post it on Instagram, and you can tag me, or you can message me. Either works for me. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.